2.5 years ago, Don came here to give a concert, and a plea, if you will, or for those to go to Haiti to help out. And then just before they were ready to go, a month or so before they were ready to go, or whatever the time frame was, he came back again. And at the first time, my heart was convicted. I said, I got to go to Haiti. I mean, for some reason, it was just heavy on my heart. And I told my wife, I said, I think I'm going to go to Haiti. Do you want to come with me? Well, she couldn't. I said, but she said, you go ahead. All right. Well, I didn't sign up then, but the second time he came, I said, this is it. I can't not go, I mean, it's just weighing too heavy on me. So I signed up and never regretted it. The trip was an eye-opener for me. I've been to many countries, third world also, and I kind of had in my mind what to expect when I got there. But when I got there, nothing was what I expected. I was in the first trip that we went in 2012, and the 2 years, almost to the day, from the hurricane, and the devastation was still evident. I mean, it was just everywhere, and it was mind-boggling is what it was. And I soon found out that I'm not sure who needed who the most, whether we needed them or I needed them, or they needed us. It was just a wonderful thing to have experienced when you're building a church for Pastor Senor and seeing his ministry and how it's growing, plus being at the orphanage, and you're dead tired at the end of the day, and then come back to the orphanage and have these kids just rejuvenate you. It was just awe-inspiring, and there's no words for explanation. The vision of Shire Ministries is, I'd like to think it's uncomparable to others, because God is so foremost in everything that he does, and it shows, and he's like a Pied Piper, I mean, he plays and he sings praises and he preaches, and it's like you want to follow him, And I think that's a lot of what's happening in some of these third world countries that he's at, and you just witness God at work. And then through Shire Ministries and through Pastor Senor, the gospel is preached and almost on a daily basis. Well, as a Christian, we're all disciples of Christ, and some become more of a disciple than others in the way they follow Christ, in the way they lead, in the way they service and serve the Lord. But as long as we can live and breathe and preach the gospel and spread the gospel, not just to us locally, but even overseas, anywhere that's needed. Well, the music, everybody loves music, and the awe-inspiring words of the Lord in the songs that are sung. You can't help but feeling it, just spine-tingling and awe-inspiring, and that alone makes you want to get involved and spread the word, and it's like I said, it's like a Pied Piper. You want to follow this. There's something good here. There's something really neat that's happening, and they want to be part of it. Well, to support Shire Ministries, first and foremost, one should pray for the support for Shire and those who work directly for him all over the world, because they need it. Financial support is done on an individual basis or a community basis or whatever have you. There's also like, what's the word I want? Flea markets. There's craft shows and for fundraisings to help out. Well, when I was there in 2012, I think there was 16 or 17 orphans in the orphanage that we were staying at. I'm not sure how many there are now, but before we left, the decision was made to bring on 4 more. And these are orphans that have been orphans for 4 years or 2 years since the destruction. And how many more are out there? You just don't know. And to be part of this, knowing that where they've been and where they're going to, it's just it really fulfills the heart. I think I have a servant's heart. I like to be involved in that way. Kids to me just kind of break my heart when I see them suffering, and I think that's a big part of what we see. And sometimes we see on TV some things that it's just a shame that things are happening the way they are, and kids are treated the way they are, and some of it is just it's not real. They use it for sensationalism, but when you experience it firsthand, you can't help but getting involved. I mean, it's just a part of your duty that the Lord's driving you to. As far as the team is concerned, that the Shire Ministry team, they've put together some people who help them in such a way to spread this throughout the communities to help support them. I mean, they're so invaluable, and without that servant's help, Shire Ministries wouldn't be where it is today. Because one person can't do it all as much as I'd like to think that he could, but he can't, and it requires a lot of back help.
If you know of a ministry that we need to know about, please give us a call, 888-641-8606, or take a look at our website, revelationstv.org.